So he says, unless you have a job where you have to do what somebody else tells you to do, then the only person qualified to be your boss would be a computer that was programmed, especially for you, that would take into consideration all of your finances, prejudices, quirks, potential, temper tantrums, talents, personality conflicts, growth rate desired, competition, what you'll eat for breakfast on the day, have to fulfill a contract, who you're jealous of, etc. A lot of people could help me with parts and segments of the business, but only a computer would be totally useful to me. If I had a good computer, I could catch up with my thoughts over the weekend. If I ever got behind myself, a computer would be a very qualified boss. So that's really interesting. And with artificial intelligence, I'm surprised this isn't already happening, or at least people aren't trying to develop this, where you basically have like an AI manager, especially if you're like a solopreneur or solo art, just your own boss like Andy Warhol. I just found that really interesting. It reminds me of the route we're going with AI, because it's getting more and more complex and like smart, if that's the right word. And I think it's very useful for outsourcing a lot of parts of our work, especially parts like posting on social media, automating tasks that are mundane. But what Andy's saying here is if an artificial AI know everything about him, it would be an advantage to him because it would give him an objective kind of view on what he should do next and how he can advance his career based off all the information in him. And yeah, I don't know if I'd want that, but I can see where he's coming from, and I can see how that could probably potentially be developed in the near future with the way things are going with AI advancement at the moment. But yeah, it's really interesting he said that in. This would have been in, when did he die? This would have been in the 1970s or the 1980s. So this was way before AI had become a thing and way before personal computers really exploded. So yeah, very interesting. He is wise. He's very smart. He's just a very complex character who likes to counter signal and be confusing a lot of the time. But yeah, he also talks about the importance of preparation. He says, when I'm working on a business project, I expect bad things to happen all the time. I always expect to fall through in the biggest and worst way possible. I guess I shouldn't worry though. If something's going to happen to you, it will. You can't make it happen. And it never does happen until you're past the point where you care whether it happens or not. An actress friend told me that after she didn't want money anymore and after she didn't want jewels anymore, that's when she got the money and the jewels. I guess it's for your own good that it always happens to be that way. Because after you stop wanting things is when having them won't make you go crazy. After you stop wanting them is when you can handle having them. Again, like kind of paradox or contradiction, like he said before, about as soon as you stop wanting something, you get it. Yeah, really interesting what he's saying. A lot of business is just solving problems. Problems are just opportunities, workloads, and having that mindset that you're going to go through a very hard process of solving problems and then coming out on the other side, I think is a good mindset to have, especially if you're starting a big project that you really want to take and show to the world and you want it to be successful. You're going to have to go over so many hurdles and climb over so many mountains until you get the success that you desire and you deserve. But what he's also saying is as soon as you stop wanting success or wanting the money or wanting the girl or wanting the car, as soon as you stop wanting it, that's when you're ready to get it, because when you get it, it won't drive you crazy. And that definitely has value and probably the case, but at the same time, obsession is focus. And I think you have to be obsessed and you have to really want the thing that you think will make you successful, make you happy. And I think if you just persist long enough, you just end up getting it, going crazy because you've put all the effort in, you've put all the reps in, and you can handle having them. I think if you decided you wanted to be the best in the world at whatever field, photography, or you wanted 1 million followers or something, I think when you first come up with that goal, say you got it the next day, I agree with him. Whereas if you slowly put the steps in and the reps in every day, but relentlessly over a long period of time, it's going to be a gradual change from rags to riches, from failure to success. And I think that gradual trajectory over time allows your brain to slowly adapt to the change. Whereas if it was overnight success, which never really happens, you just wouldn't be able to function. Like Andy said, you'd probably go crazy. If you want to be successful in any field, It's going to take years. It's going to take a long time. It'll probably even take decades of gradual change. But I think that's just what's best for humans. We can't be expected to adapt from nothing to everything overnight.